Some of them are in the realm of fantasy. I just know I won't be working with some of them. Al Pacino.
Some stories feel more like fiction than reality. And as for some people, well, Angie Dickinson knows she'll never work with a few again. Forgiveness is an ode to everyone, especially those who shattered a woman's life. Now at 93 years old, Angie Dickinson, once the dazzling star adored by millions, is breaking her silence. For the first time, she's revealing the names of 5 men she says she will never forgive. These aren't just familiar names, they're legends. Men who once walked red carpets with her, played lovers on screen, and sometimes shared her real life. But now, decades later, Angie names them without hesitation. Born in Culm, North Dakota in 1931, Angie came to Hollywood as an outsider. No formal training, just talent and determination. She starred in over 50 roles and redefined the image of women on TV, especially in Policewoman, becoming the first female cop lead in a major show. But fame came at a cost. She turned down 4 major roles after refusing sexual favors to producers. And while the media painted her as a sex symbol, the industry treated her with cruelty. Her romance with Frank Sinatra seemed glamorous, but it was toxic. He once threatened to shut down a production if I kissed another man on screen, Angie recalled. I loved him, but I was never myself with him. Frank, the first man on her list, lavished her with affection until she tried to live independently. He banned her from male friends, had her followed, and once destroyed every shared photograph in a rage. In 1970, when Angie was offered a lead in a promising indie film, Frank made a single phone call that got her fired. I once loved the man every woman dreamed of, she said. But the price I paid was my soul. The second man was Burt Bacharach, her husband and father of her only child. Angie married Burt in 1965. Public adored them. But at home, he was absent, emotionally and physically. When their daughter Nikki was diagnosed with autism, Burt offered no help. I held our baby as she trembled, Angie said. And all he asked was if it would interfere with his schedule. Burt disappeared for days, had affairs, and during her pregnancy, he even brought a mistress into their family home. Angie recalls waking one night to hear laughter downstairs, Burt and his lover, while she held their newborn. They divorced in 1981. Press called it amicable. But Angie said Burt broke more than her heart. He destroyed the fragile world of their daughter. The third man? Jack Webb. Not a husband. Not a lover. Just a man who, with one sentence, ended her career. He didn't touch me. He didn't need to, Angie said. Webb was a TV powerhouse in the 1970s. When Angie refused his advance, 3 roles disappeared overnight. Contracts canceled. Industry whispers followed. You rejected him. It's over. Angie packed her dressing room quietly and realized then, audiences may love you, but you'll never beat the system. The fourth man was someone who claimed to love her more than life. But that love came with control, obsession, and fear. Larry King. He didn't yell. He didn't hit. But he watched her every move. If she smiled at another man, he'd glare. If she was late, he'd explode. He once smashed a TV because she praised someone on air. He even bugged her car, desperate to hear if she sighed over someone else. When she tried to leave, he injured himself and bled onto her, whispering, I love you so much it's making me insane. I used to believe love meant pain, she said. But real love never lives in fear. And finally, the fifth man. The most unexpected name. Johnny Carson. Not a lover. Not a suitor. A friend. He once called Angie family. But when an old clip surfaced, one where she accidentally named a disgraced producer, he didn't protect her. Instead, on national television, just as she was receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, he smiled and said, Our Angie is a timeless icon, a woman who knows when to speak and when to stay silent. It was a warning, a veiled threat. The industry applauded. Angie said nothing. Later, her name disappeared from nomination lists. No one asked why. I didn't need his affection, she said. I needed his loyalty. But he chose the crowd. 5 men. 5 unforgettable betrayals. They no longer hold the power they once did. But Angie? She's still standing. I've made peace with myself, she said. But not with them. If you believe every woman, famous or not, deserves to be heard, share this story. And don't look away, because in our next video we'll reveal pages from Angie Dickinson's secret diary, the words she never dared speak until now.